One of the reasons, actually, I wanted to talk to Lee Donoghue, whose mum won't let him, and campaign manager won't let us talk to him, was some things he said in the youth debate, the misnamed Television New Zealand Youth Leaders Debate, about climate change. And I was interested, I wondered if he was going off message, but then I saw Shane Jones in the Māori debate last night on TVNZ, and I see the same messaging, and it's very interesting messaging in the current climate. So I thought we'd get Shane Jones from New Zealand First and the Northland candidate, former Labour Cabinet Minister, on this morning. Kia ora, Shane. Nice to talk again, mate.
Hey, greetings, Fado. Kia ora.
All right. Look, first up, mate, that debate last night. What was Tamahiri doing there? He's not an MP or a candidate.
No, but the chap who's his son-in-law, Waititi, they've had a tangi in the whānau. So as the president, I presume, of the party, he stepped up to reflect the perspectives of the Māori Party.
Oh, so why didn't he send Debbie then? Debbie Ngārewa-Paka?
Presumably she's down in Strugglers Gully trying to win the seat of Western Māori, which is highly unlikely. Okay, bloody odd they didn't actually have a candidate there. I'm just saying that, but there's a lot of odd things about the Māori Party. Shane, I want to ask you made some very clear and definitive comments about climate change in that debate last night. And it would appear to me, I put that together with some things that Lee Donoghue said in the youth debate. And New Zealand First may be the first political party anywhere near mainstream that is prepared to challenge the accepted orthodoxy that the planet is burning and there's some climate emergency. Yeah, I think the zinger you're referring to was me saying that we are not, our party will not be frog-marched to the altar of climate hysteria. Well, that's simply a fact. We are riddled with hysteria, shrill language. In fact, the whole climate debate in New Zealand has been hyperbolized.
Are you saying, therefore, and I'm not saying this is a good or a bad thing, that we have got overexcited and over-concerned about man-made climate change?
We have a situation where far too many younger New Zealanders are being intimidated and, quite frankly, filled with fearful notions driven by a small group but a highly organised cast of supporters that climate change is frying New Zealand. Climate change requires adaptation. It does not require New Zealand to disembowel its economy. And you can kill every cow at 10:30 tomorrow, and it will have not one jot of difference in relation to the world's profile. And if we do not maintain our foreign exchange earnings, our export revenue, and our ability to feed the rest of the world, we're down the toilet. And I would remind everyone, when the National Party signed up to the Paris Accord, there is a clear exemption for food production. No one can create food with quite the mix of talent, weather, and skill that Kiwis can. But somehow it's been all stigmatised. We just don't agree with that.
Despite the fact Niwa says it's not man-made, we also have people saying every time it rains or the wind blows in New Zealand, that's the fault of a dairy farmer, or the fact that I drive a diesel. Do you also reject those claims?
Yeah, look, let's just step back. There's 5 million of us, broadly speaking. We're in one of the most distant parts of the world. No one is coming to save you and I. And we've got to bring back some robust cost-benefit analysis. Just the other day, the government decided that they were going to charge $30 a hectare for those people growing trees and registering trees in the ETS, whether they're native trees, exotic trees, whatever they are. It's just a new opportunity to tax. It's social engineering. And tell me this. How on earth can any economy meet the costs of volatile weather, meet the costs of adapting through improved infrastructure if they do not consistently generate economic surplus?
I'll tell you what, I was thinking someone said, and it may have been to you last night, or it might have been in the youth debate to Lee Donahue, someone said, does this make you a climate change denier?
Yes, I believe that was Marama, and she was standing next to me. And I try to take the approach, mate, and look, I'm not always successful. I'm a professional politician in the event that I am privileged to get back to Parliament. So I take these things a wee bit like Tyson Fury getting in the boxing ring. One day it'll all be over and someone else have a go. But you will not be cancelling me or the party I belong to, because we take a different approach and we deploy different resources and different arguments to cope with volatile weather, which is either related to La Nina, El Nino, and admittedly, the sea temperature is rising. But killing all the cows in Matamata tomorrow is not going to change that, mate.
Yeah, and the Maldives have not slipped beneath the waves, and there haven't been mass extinctions, and we have no proof that all those penguins died. What you've done, though, Shane, and I wonder too, and I want to know from you if this is a party, if you like, positional policy, because what Lee Donahue was saying seemed to be in lockstep with what you were saying. You have spoken sacrilege. You are heretics to one of the most powerful, and certainly by mainstream media, accepted religious truisms of our age.
Well, we are going through a period of secularity, and I might be one of the residual MPs who grew up in the Anglican Church and still try and do the right thing by the church that raised me. But know this from me. We are not going to acquiesce or tolerate the restoration of the medieval Inquisition that I think the great priest of the Catholic Church was Savonarola, a name very similar to that. We're just not going to tolerate it. And if it sounds discordant, and if it sounds as if it's a stink smell, these are issues that we must debate. And I'm not unlike Winston pointing out that adaptation is equally as important as mitigation, if not more important. But we're not going to be panicked. We're not going to be intimidated. And 1,000,000 years, bro, will pass before we are cancelled.